What's up, everybody? BATJAC J.W. And yeah, you're looking at a $300 1911. That's what I paid for it. $300 out the door, flat $300. I really couldn't turn that down. I've been looking for a 1911 in 9mm. I know, yeah, I turned to the dark side. I became a fan of the 1911 in 9, and wound picking this up. I actually wanted a commander size model in 9mm. So I was kind of looking, and this one just kind of popped into my view. And so when my buddy over there at the shop I go to, when he said $300 out the door, I said, okay, you know what, write it up. Let's go for it. I can't turn that down. Of course, I took the stocks off and put my own ivory style stocks on it. These are what they came with, which are really cool. They're mahogany, far as I know, and they're checkered and everything. They have that old school look to them. Really like these, actually. When I first laid eyes on one of these ATI American Tactical, was Loads of Bacon actually had one, and I really admired the stocks that he had on it. Really cool. It did come with a box and everything. Got it. Here's the case, just a standard case with the foam lining. But I took it to the range. I did. I fired 50 rounds out of it. Fantastic. So it worked great. Sights are pretty decent. Nothing great, but actually not terrible at all. They're pretty good. And I was worried because I did remember some people. Oh, Hickok 45 did a video on one of these, and his shot dramatically low, I believe. So he was having issues. So I was kind of concerned with that, but I took it to the range. It hit square on, right where you need to point it. So I got lucky with, I guess. I'm not sure if that was a common issue or not, but you got some the upgraded features. You got the high ride beaver tail, everything, and the and thumb safety is really definitely nice, and you know it's on or off. It's you got a nice contact there. So let's go ahead and strip this thing down just so you guys can see what it looks like internal wise. There's the plug, and move it here. I'm trying to do this on camera, so of course we're going to have some hiccups, right? All right, move it right there. Take down notch is really small. Pull it out of there. The little detent there is really stiff on this one. So let's go ahead and pull it off. And here you can see I did not notice a whole lot of like rough markings on it or anything like that. And by the way, the finish on this is really smooth and nice. I really like it. It's definitely feels a lot more like it just, again, $300. I just could not turn that down. Let's go ahead and look at the I just cleaned and oiled it and everything. So coil spring, and then bushing, barrel bushing, the barrel. One thing I really did like about it was that the barrel wasn't one of those. I'm a really big cosmetic kind of guy, so I did not like the barrels that were, they bell them out in the front to lock up, and that's mostly with the bushingless insert. And I don't like those, and that's just my preference because I'm just big on cosmetics. I don't like the way the barrel looks. This is just your standard style barrel. Of course, 9mm, cleaned it. Slide is fairly nice inside. Again, I only put 50 rounds through it, and this thing is pretty much flawless. It's almost like it's untouched. So we'll go ahead and put it back together here. And of course, if you've been around the channel, you know I'm not a stranger to 1911s. I love the 1911. Have tinkered around with many of them here on the channel. So there's nothing on this that strikes me as odd or weird, like, oh, that's kind of strange for a 1911. or that's why it's a $300 1911. So, in fact, I believe you go on to online, they're a tab more than $300. So, like I said, you gave me a heck of a deal with just with that kind of price. So, I really, one of the other things I liked about what also drove me to this was growing up watching the movie Cobra with Sylvester Stallone. He has a 1911 that's a 9 millimeter, and I kind of really kind of used to that. It's cool, so cool because you see that muzzle, you're expecting it to be that large 45 diameter bore and everything, but it's not. It's really slick. So there's some stuff that I did order for this thing, so that we'll do a future video on that. I did actually order a Wilson Combat Spring Kit for it because why not? It was like $15, and I ordered a couple of their magazines, their Wilson Combat magazines. So we'll test those out and see how they are. The magazines are kind of cool. I guess this is actually a first 9mm 1911 I've owned, and it's kind of neat. You can see how they put this back spacer and everything. The mags, everything is kind of really neat the way it's all put together. This is a Magar, I guess if that's the way you pronounce it. Mekgar mag. So it came with that one magazine, everything. So anyway, I figured to show it off. $300, 1911, not bad. Like I said, I kind of felt like I'd be kind of silly not to take it, and so I'm glad I did. I took it to the range. It's a perfect shooter, works great. So when I get the spring kit in, we'll do another video on it. So anyway, like, share, and subscribe. I'm BATJAC J.W. and we'll see you next time.